Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new Pick a Card reading. Today, we're going to get you clarity on your person's most recent thoughts and feelings about you. So this can be your twin flame, soulmate, beloved, specific person. Now, if you're new to this channel, I want to give you a big virtual hug and a big welcome to all of the new subscribers, as well as to everyone who's part of this beautiful family. I am Dr. V, and it's my absolute passion and purpose to be doing these readings for you. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. So as always, I have 3 groups for you to choose from, and I give you many ways to choose. So you can choose from group number 1, number 2, number 3, or you can take them all and take the messages that resonate for you. I'll be showing you the image and the message on each card, and then we will be assigning zodiac signs to each group as well. So some people like to choose their zodiac and their person's zodiac and combine those readings as well. So there's no right or wrong answer. Be gentle with yourself. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But please do know that this is a general reading. And if you want clarity on your specific situation, this is where we look directly at your connection and the questions that are weighing on you so you can understand what's really going on and what to do next. And that's what we do in a private reading. I offer 2 types. One is the live reading experience where you and I get together on a video call. We can also record that so you can watch it as many times as you'd like. The other type of reading I offer is a pre-recorded video reading. And these are incredibly powerful because they do go deep on what's going on between you and your person. And it's full of clarity and actual steps that you can take that are guided by spirit. So if you are interested in that, you can go to livetarot.com/readings. You can also see it on your screen right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath and see which of these you are most guided towards. So for group number 1, we have this image, discernment. For group number 2, we have this image, release. For group number 3, we have this image, power. Okay, let's go ahead and get zodiac signs. So for group number 1, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces. For group number 2, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Aquarius, Sagittarius. And for group number 3, we have Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Leo. So go ahead and make your choice and we'll get started with group number 1. My beautiful group number 1 that chose this image right here, as well as Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces. Let's see, what are their recent thoughts and feelings about you? So we will start here with your oracle cards. And then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end. We'll be finding out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading and what is their message for you. Child. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. Silence, frozen, no words, stonewall. Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. Okay. So I feel like for many of you, there is definitely a silence that is going on here between you and this person. You, or maybe even both of you, might feel like a sense of coldness. Something is frozen. No words are happening right now. And I feel like there is a very deep sense of despair, grief, and unhappiness that is going on in your person's recent thoughts and feelings because of this silence, even if they themselves have pulled away. That's not necessarily for all of you, but for some of you, if this person has actually gone silent, it's not a silence through happiness. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they're happy to be silent. Oh, they feel so good. It's the right thing for them. No, this silence is a very unhappy silence. It's not a silence that comes from peace. It's not a silence that's coming from clarity. It's almost like a frozen paralysis that is coming from confusion and complication. I feel like this person's world has gotten very small right now. And what I mean by that is that there's things that are happening with you and in this person's life that is shrinking and limiting their world and their choices. Okay. For some of you, I feel like this person, their inner child is become highly triggered by this connection. There's something here about loving you, connecting with you, getting closer to you that is activating deep things in your person. It might have to do with childhood traumas. It might have to do with how they were raised, with things that they have repressed and don't wish to talk about or don't wish to heal at this time. They know that they should, but there's some part of themselves, some part that has been compartmentalized. Like they've put this part of themselves into a box, and that's a box within their heart, within their soul that they don't want to open up. But see, here's the thing. Oftentimes when we fall deeply in love and we feel deeply connected to someone, it makes that box open. Or, you know, like the relationship itself makes it very difficult to hide that box away. It's actually easier to do it when you're alone or when you're single or when you're not connecting with someone. And for some of you, I feel like this could be a literal child as well. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but for some of you, there might be issues going on around this person and either and children or a child that they may have from a previous relationship. It doesn't even have to be someone young. It could even be an adult. So take that as it resonates. So like I said, for some of you, this person, whatever they're going through in their life cycle right now, it feels like their world and their choices are shrinking rather than expanding. Like they have to make choices based on a very limited kind of situation. Okay, that's why we're getting expand your horizons. Like this person right now, in their recent thoughts and feelings of you, the grief that they're feeling, the sense of paralysis, the sense of no words, is coming from them feeling like they don't have a choice somewhere. But there's always a choice, right? But in their mind, they're the ones who are not expanding into that choice. That's why we're getting expand your horizons. It's like they're choosing to limit their world. Because sometimes that limited world is what is secure and comfortable, even though it is painful and limited. So I feel like this person is going through this very deep sense of like, I'm limited, but I'm choosing that. I should expand my life so I can choose you, so I can be with you fully, but I'm not doing that. So it's like this circle, you know? And I feel like there's a part of this person that is also treating all of this as external obstacles. Okay, it's almost like they want to tell themselves and they want to tell you, oh, you know, I don't have a choice here. This is my life. These are the logistics. This is how my life is. You know, I have challenges, I have obstacles, but it makes them not take responsibility, right? Like these obstacles that they want to hide behind are ones that they actually do have the power to change, but they are refusing to do that. Because again, that requires leadership. That requires making a choice. That requires courage. And right now, it's easier for them to stay frozen with no words, easier to stay in silence rather than choose something different, which requires them to expand. Okay, requires them to expand, ascend, open up, take a risk. What else is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings? Three of Diamonds or Pentacles, Page of Crystals or Wands, Five of Cups. There's that grief and despair again. The Chariot, the Sun. Okay, so there is definitely fear showing up here. Fear, loss, grief, sadness. Five of Cups, central energy here. They are very depressed. They're very, even if they're silent, they're, like I said, this is not happy silence. This is not peaceful silence. This is not, oh, I feel so relieved silence. No, this is the silence of despair, grief, sadness, loneliness. If they have lost you for right now, or if they have stepped back or you have stepped back, they are feeling a deep absence, a deep loss of you. They don't want this, but they also know, Page of Wands, that they have behaved in some sort of way that is immature. Again, not stepping into maturity, not stepping into mature decisions, wanting to hide from decisions, wanting to hide from making tough choices, or even wanting to hide from having tough conversations. And in that sense, I feel like they themselves are coming through as childlike or immature. So there's two energies here. One is the energy of that inner child, the childlike nature of this person, their inability to step more into like adult conversation or adult choices. And then for some of you, it's also literal. There's something in this situation that is blocking them that might have to do with their sense of obligation or responsibility to a child or an adult child in their life. Okay, because we're getting it twice here. So there's also a sense here about how you view them. I think part of their grief is that they feel like they have come down in your eyes. Okay, they feel like you have lost respect for them, that you don't see them in the same way. So for some of you, something has happened here, or this person has behaved in such a way or done something or made certain choices that they feel so deeply regretful of, because they feel less than now. Not because you did anything or said anything, but they realize because they take your opinion very seriously. They deeply respect you. They deeply respect, your opinion, who you are, what you mean to them. And so if they've done something or made a decision or refused to make a decision here on something that is important, and they've shown up immature, they're deeply regretful of the fact that your view of them has become lower or gone down or less respectful of them, in that sense that, there's a loss of dignity or a loss of respect in your eyes. And that's another thing that's making them incredibly unhappy here. Okay. So they feel that you are the sun in their life. You have brought light. You have brought beauty. You have brought so much, and they haven't somehow been able to live up to that or to reciprocate that or to even show that they are deserving of that. And so in their recent thoughts and feelings right now, their greatest fear is that you're going to move on, if you haven't already. Their greatest fear here is of permanent loss, that they are going to permanently lose you, and that you really don't have any reason to stay, because they seem to be stuck where they're at. What else is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings? Mirroring, reflection, synchronicity abounds. Appreciate. See? I told you they deeply, deeply appreciate you. But that's why they're afraid of losing you, because they know that you have given your all to this connection. Okay? They know that you've given so much. You've been very generous with your love, your care, your patience. You've been very patient with this person. Destruction, tower moment, see? Outcome, results. There's that fear of you moving on. And there's that self-deception. So yes, this person right now is in a very difficult emotional place. They feel like they're on the verge of losing you. Okay? They feel like they are extremely close to losing you. And they know that if they stay where they're at right now, that it's them just deceiving themselves. There's just certain lies that this person is telling themselves about their life. Like I said, like they know that it's not that life is diminishing them, or life is what is the obstacle, like the obstacles are outside of them. No, that's part of how they deceive themselves, because they don't wish to move, right? They don't wish to change, but they're very afraid of the outcome. Again, the outcome that you will leave them and move on. So they're sitting on this sense of, oh my gosh, I am destroying this relationship. I'm destroying the best thing that ever happened to me, because you are the best thing that has ever happened to them. There's a deep, deep appreciation here for who you are. That's going back to that sun's energy. Okay? They want to show up as your equal here. With this mirroring, I feel like this is the energy of wishing that they could meet you where you're at. Wishing that they could, be somebody who is worthy of you. And feeling the pull towards that worthiness. Feeling the pull towards, how can I be better? What can I do? How can I show up? But there's the sense of, how can I show up while keeping the deception in place? Like, is there anything I can do to show up without changing anything? Can I have the outcome I want? Can I keep you and not change? Or do I have to accept the destruction? Okay, this is what is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings. And let's see what Spirit has to say for you. And if you want clarity if this resonates and you want to know where is this going, where is this person actually headed towards a decision, a change, what are they willing to do, not do, and what action steps could you take? Like, is there anything you can do in this relationship? Then that's why I recommend you do the live reading or the video recorded reading with me, so we can get clear on your specific situation. So the link should be on the screen, and it's livetarot.com/readings. Your animal spirit guide is the lion spirit, and his message is, or her message, oh no, lion is a he. Be generous of spirit. Be generous of spirit. Okay, so all the links are in the box below if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. These are also great price right now, very cheap, Amazon FBA with free shipping. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It really helps me and supports the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Beautiful group 2 that chose this image right here, as well as Capricorn, Taurus, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. Let's see, what are their recent thoughts and feelings about you? We'll start with oracle cards, then we will do your tarot. Also stay with me till the end. We'll find out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading and what is their message for you. Great fortune. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. Sacred journey, life cycles, family, and transformation. Okay. So in their recent thoughts and feelings, we have someone here, their energy is very tangled. Okay. Very tangled energy. If I were to say like what tarot card this would be, I don't know, we'll see if that even comes up, but Hanged Man energy. Okay. Very tangled, very kind of dangling. I'm getting like a dangling energy where somebody is suspended between two states. Okay, one is, do I move forward? The other is, do I stay where I am? And I feel like the stay where I am energy for many of you may have to do with the third party situation, but as I always say, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be anything that is that obstacle, right? That obstacle that is keeping this person from moving forward towards you in a way that is going to be satisfying to you. See, I feel like to a certain extent, it's not that this person is completely stuck, right? It's I think the frustration, group 2, that you might feel with this person is that they are coming towards you. They do come towards you, but it's always only to a certain extent. Like you never feel like they're completely with you. They always feel like they're with you halfway. They come halfway, then they have to go back. Then they come 70%, then they have to come back. You see what I'm saying? Like it's this constant feeling of I have you, but I don't have you. There's a thing right now that everybody is talking about, which is intermittent reinforcement, right? When somebody in a love situation has certain obstacles in their life that makes them not fully available to you. So you get them intermittently, right? Like this week you might see them 3 times. Next week you don't see them at all. Okay, week after you see them 5 times. Then you see them nothing. Right? So this is that intermittent, like, they show up just enough. And I'm not saying this person is doing that on purpose. I feel like it has to do with the obstacles of their life. It has to do with their life situation. So I don't feel that they're doing this on purpose, but I feel like whatever is going on in their life is making them show up intermittently, where when they're there, it's amazing and you get attached, and then they're not there. And then you feel that terrible kind of nervous system falling feeling. And that's why I'm saying for some of you, there is something here where this person is not able to fully and consistently be with you because of something here in their life situation, whether it's a family obligation, whether it's long distance, whether it's has to do with finances, and their finances are tied to something or tied to a location, or they're in a different living situation, or, you know, there's something, right? And so right now, this person is going through tremendous pain around that, because I feel like the pain here is mutual. You're feeling tremendous amount of pain and frustration. They are feeling it too. They just might not be as verbal about it with you, okay? Because their situation is something that they probably are putting a lot of energy in trying to deal with. And they feel like if they were to tell you that they are equally frustrated, they miss you so deeply, like as much as you miss them, you might not be feeling that, right? You might be feeling like, wait a second, why aren't you missing me too? Like, we haven't seen each other. We haven't really spent time together. Why aren't you feeling the same pain I'm feeling? But this person is hiding that right now because they feel like if they were to admit the pain that they are feeling in missing you, not being able to be with you consistently, then it adds more pressure to their own situation, and it just makes it more emotionally volatile between the two of you. Okay, that is why they're coming through with this confusion of uncertain, unclear, and unsure. They don't know what to do about this. See, life cycles, family, and transformation. There's something like if they were to be able to show up consistently for you and with you, they would have to transform something in their life. Something in their current life cycle would have to change or shift for them to be able to literally pull this stone out of this rock and overcome it. But for many of you, the reason why they are not fully doing that and why they come up as uncertain and unclear is because for many of you, there might be money tied to it, where there is a definite financial loss if they are to make that shift or if they are to make that change. Okay, so that's why right now in their recent thoughts and feelings of you, this person is very tortured. They don't want to lose you, but they don't know what exactly they can do to keep you and to not make you feel like they're just kind of coming and going from your life. Let's go deeper. What else is going on? What else is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings about group 2 spirit? Ace of Wands, 7 of Wands, the Lovers, King of Cups, wow, Queen of Cups, wow, okay. So this person is very deeply in love with you. I mean, look at these energies. They are very, very deeply in love with you. So I feel like the issue here is not their love for you. Okay, so if you were wondering, is this a love issue? Is this a feelings issue? I feel like this person, they're not showing you because of their current situation. They're not showing you, I would say, even half of the level of love, intensity, and passion that they feel for you. I feel like they are bottling up a lot. They're repressing or hiding a lot because I feel like whatever is going on in their external life will become very destabilized, will become even more of a challenge, even more of a problem if they were to show you or verbalize or show you how deeply they want you. So this person is very much repressing their true feelings for you. They're trying to keep those feelings under control because they cannot, for whatever their reasons are, and all of your journeys are different, so take it as it resonates, for whatever their reasons are, they cannot fully show up at the moment, okay? Even though in their mind and in their heart, you guys are already bonded, King and Queen of Cups. You're already bonded at the level of the heart, at the level of the soul. There's an unbreakable bond here, and that is why you might be going through a lot of pain right now and frustration, because you feel like you don't fully have each other. You don't fully have this person. When you have them, you do, but when you don't, it's really painful because it's not consistently there. Even though inside the feelings are there, it's not a question of feelings or emotions. So I feel like right now this person in their recent thoughts and feelings are just feeling a lot of pressure, not from you, but from their own heart. Let me look what they feel for you. The Lovers, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, they feel a lot of pressure from their own heart to make this relationship real and consistent, because that's what their heart wants, not just what you want. They know you want that too, but that's what their heart and their soul also deeply wants. This person wants to be able to be with you fully. They also know, Ace of Wands, that in order to do that, they're going to have to take different actions. That the actions that they're taking right now have not been useful, have not been effective, it's not working. But do they have it in them to do that? Because Seven of Wands, they're also very defensive and resistant in many ways. There's something here that they are trying to protect, whether it's their finances, whether it's their living situation, whether it's family, kids. There's something here that they're also kind of standing tall, trying to protect and not change, because again, the fallout or the consequences are things they don't want to deal with. So now they're stuck, they're in a corner. What are they supposed to do? The Seven of Wands is strong. There is a resistance here, right? There's a resistance here to, I know I must act differently, but how do I do that? What do I do? And if I do that, will I lose things that I don't want to lose? What else is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings? About you? What else is going on? Lessons, ascension, expansion, and evolution. See, 5D, very deep connection here coming right below the Lovers card. So even more of a confirmation. Healing. Travel. Okay. So yeah, this is a connection that is incredibly powerful. Okay. So again, like I said, because this person may not be openly showing you how deeply they feel for you, like how much they actually love you, they're trying to like contain themselves, you might not understand, or you might not be aware the deep level of love and connection they feel for you. Look at this 5D. There's a, I wouldn't be surprised, past life. You don't have to believe in that, but it is deep, deeply soulful full of synchronicities. I wouldn't be surprised if the two of you are always experiencing synchronicities around each other. Either you keep seeing each other's names, or you see angel numbers, or you dream of each other. There is a constant energetic thread here between you and this person. And that's why we're getting this 5D along with the Lovers so deeply. But this person, wherever in which in their life cycle they are stuck, that cycle is asking for healing. It's asking them to make a choice. This, or what they're trying to protect, or what loss they're trying not to take. So there's a deep lesson in this for this person. How much are they willing to risk? How much are they willing to face in order to ascend into this love? In order to bring it into their lives fully, is the question. And for some of you, it might be a long distance relationship. So that's going to require, right, a lot of change, especially if they live far away and they're already kind of, their life is already fixed, in terms of community, job, family, whatever it is. For some of you, there is something here about travel or relocation. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. This also is like the Chariot's energy. Like they know that something has to change, something has to move forward, or else there will be a loss here. Okay? So if this resonates and you want clarity on what's going on between you and your person, where is this connection leading? Where is the situation going? And what can you do? Like, is there something you can do? Is there something you can say? Is there action steps? Where is this going, and what is an actual plan for this? That's what we would talk about in a personal reading. So you could do it live, or you could do it video recorded, and it's at livetarot.com/readings. That's my menu right there, and it will also be on the screen. So what does Spirit have to say? So your animal spirit guide is the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So if you'd like to order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading, they are also at a very cheap price, free shipping, Amazon FBA. All of the links to private readings and oracle decks are in the box below. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe, give this video a like. It really helps me in the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose this image right here, as well as Aries, Gemini, Libra, and Leo. Let's see. What is happening in your person's recent thoughts of you? What are their recent thoughts of you? So we'll start here with oracle cards, and then we will do your tarot. And stay with me till the end, because we will find out who is your animal spirit guide for this reading, and what is their message for you. Adjudication. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others. Time, waiting cycles and moments. Ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility. Okay. So I feel like this person they are either currently in a third-party situation or are still affected by a past breakup or divorce. Okay, take it as it resonates. For some of you, this person is in an unhappy marriage that they want to end, but they keep talking about ending it rather than actually doing it. Okay? or it could be some sort of a living situation. It doesn't even have to be a legal marriage, but it might require leaving a living situation. It might involve some sort of property. It might involve something legal, even if it's not a legal marriage. But there's something here for some of you where this person is delaying, okay? Delaying making a decision on leaving a third party, okay? For others of you, this judication can also be some sort of a business deal, business arrangement, legal contract. Again, something that they need to leave or deal with in order to move on in their life, but they're also delaying, or the courts themselves are delaying this, and it's adding a lot of pressure to this person's life or their ability to move forward. So again, take it as it resonates. For others of you, I feel like if this person is not currently in some sort of a legal situation or contemplating, like figuring out how to leave a situation, they are still affected by something that happened in the past. Either they went through a difficult breakup or a difficult divorce. And because of that divorce, they are struggling with, a sense of being able to commit to a new relationship. They want love. They want connection. But whatever trauma happened or could still be happening, as in like they might still have to deal with their ex because they might have kids together. They might still having to do with their ex due to property or finances. They might still owe them money. So there's something ongoing here that is causing a delay in how your relationship with them moves forward. And there's a lot of tension and pressure that this person feels because of that. Not because you are putting it, but it's an internal pressure and tension because they do want love. They do want healing. They do wish to be with you. But see, we're also getting the moon's energy here along with the ocean. So it's like a sense of fogginess, a sense of delay. There's a sense of feeling a little down, a little depressed, feeling like you're just not yourself because you're dealing with something that feels yucky. Like this person, whether they're actively going through something legal or about to decide to go through something legal, it is making them feel down and low because nobody wants to deal with this, right? No one wants to deal with courts and legal things. They're always going to make you feel very down. They're always going to make you feel hopeless to a certain extent, right? And that's why it's unfortunate, but it's like your person sees you as the leader in this relationship. And that might not be the role that you wish to play. But in their mind, because they might be overwhelmed themselves, they might not be fully capable of stepping into real choice, real engagement, real leadership. It's like it falls on you, whether you like it or not. And the problem right here also, I feel like, is that each of you wants the other to take leadership. And that doesn't mean control. That just means direction, initiative, action, behavior, reciprocity. But there is a definite tension that is building between you and this person because you, group 3, are seeing their inability to do all of those things. Maybe right now they're not able to reciprocate. Maybe right now they're not able to take initiative. They're not able to control their behavior in a way that moves things forward. And that is why there is also a sense of frustration and depression and sadness and longing around waiting and waiting. Like there seems to be a lot of waiting going on in this connection. And that's not a good thing. The waiting part of this, either you're waiting to see each other, waiting to be together, waiting for more time together. It seems like it never happens. It seems like there's always a reason why you can't spend time together. It's really bringing the energy between the two of you down. Even if you're not fighting each other, like even though you don't have an issue necessarily in terms of disagreeing, although you could, but I feel like it's more about the life circumstances making things very difficult and then causing more of a conflict. Go deeper. What else is going on in their recent thoughts and feelings about group 3? Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Death and Rebirth, Queen of Cups. Okay. So this person is right now very deeply trying to hold on, okay? They feel you slipping away. Even if it's not today, even if it's not tomorrow, energetically, they feel you slowly slipping away from them. Not because you want to, but because you're getting to a point where you have to, because this person is not simply hasn't been able to fulfill your needs for a relationship. And they know that. They know that. They know that very deeply, okay? They know it very deeply that you are slipping away because you are really sad. And you're not doing it to hurt them. You're not doing it to retaliate or teach them a lesson. It's just, there's this energy where it's like they can feel your sadness. They can feel your resignation. It's almost like you've just resigned yourself. Like, you know what? What's the point? This is what it is. There's really nothing I can do. I feel like they're aware that even though they want you to be some sort of a leader here, that that's not your job, because you cannot lead in a way that's going to change their situation or change their choices. So you are getting to a point where you're just like giving up and letting go. And they feel it, and they're truly afraid of it. They know that you are incredibly sad. They themselves are incredibly sad. They know that they've let you down in many ways. They know that they've caused you grief and pain. And yet still they're holding on to you energetically. They also know that if they are to save this relationship, they're going to have to take action quickly. They know they're going to have to do something different because you are definitely slipping away. That's why I'm saying here, like they are deeply in love with you. That's not the question. You rule this person's heart. You are the only person that they are deeply in love with, regardless of what their outside situation may look like. Okay? But they're really afraid that the end is coming. But what they're also aware of is that this doesn't have to be a permanent ending. This can be an ending to the way the relationship has been so far if they can take action and do things differently. They are aware that you would give them a chance if they could do things differently. But if they cannot, then this death will not become a rebirth. It will just remain a death, a kind of like a slow death. I think they're sensing and feeling that this is kind of like a slow death. Like you are too compassionate and kind to just cut them off, but you will slowly slip away. And that's their fear, because they're trying to hold on. What else is going on? Blessings. Timing. See, we're getting timing a lot in this reading. Big goals. Compromise. Loss. See? So here's the thing. Whatever it is that they are holding on to in terms of this issue right here is costing them you, but they're afraid that if they do something about it, it will cost them something that has to do with their life, whether it's money, future income, current assets, property, living situation. There's something here that they feel that they're caught between you and that. And they don't know how to reach a compromise that's going to keep you in their life. Even though you've given them grace, even though you've given them time, even though you've given them compassion, you haven't pushed. You've done everything you can, group 3. You've done your part in this. That is why they feel that you are a deep, deep blessing in their life. You coming into their life has changed their life. And now they're standing at that crossroads of, how can I fix this so I don't lose you? They're deeply, deeply afraid of the loss. And it could be a loss that is coming, because maybe some of you have decided to step back or be silent right now because you haven't fully decided whether you want to end it with this person. You know, you haven't fully decided to let them go yet. But this might be like the pause before that moment. And this person can feel it energetically. Okay? Or maybe you're just kind of slowly slipping away and they can feel that loss. Right? And they feel a sense of urgency to stop that loss. But that stopping that loss would require some sort of a compromise, some sort of a decision that needs to be made here by this person. So if you want clarity specifically, if this resonates and you want to know, where is this going? What needs to happen here? What can you do about it? Is there something you could say or do, or how can this be resolved? Then I highly recommend that you have either the live reading or the video recorded reading with me. The link is in the box below, or it should be on your screen as well. So let's see who is your animal spirit guide and what is their message for you. The whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Trust the great mystery. So if you would like to order any of the oracle decks that I have used and created in this reading, the links are in the box below as well. This is Amazon FBA, really cheap with free shipping. And please do make sure to hit that subscribe and give this video a like. It really helps me and supports the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one.